it's Ann. I'm here to do my creative year, and this week it's the color yellow, and so I'm going to do a art journal page along with some other little things here I'm going to show you that I like to use or do on my art journal pages. So I hope that you enjoy my process and that you might try what I'm doing. Alright, so without further ado, I'm going to get started. So I'm coming up with some scrapbooking paper that I've had laying around for quite a while, and it's yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down, and then I'm going to go from there. So I hope that you will enjoy my process. Use some book pages in my background as well. Different shades of yellow, and I'm going to go ahead and add marks, and then I'm going to wet these down. These are my nail color 2s that are like they're water soluble, and if you can't afford these, they tend to be expensive. So my suggestion is that you go ahead and you know, if you can't afford nail color 2s, there's 2 ways of going about this. You could, you know, words fail me today, I'm sorry. You could buy them individually, the colors that you want or your favorite colors. You don't have to buy the whole entire thing of nail colors, you know, the whole tin that they sell them in. You can buy them individually on certain art you know, supply websites, or you could try your local art stores. A lot of them do carry these, and individually as well as in, you know, in their tins. Or you could go to Crayola and order the portfolio. They're oil pastels. They are water soluble, and they're pretty cool as well, and they're a lot more reasonably priced. So, you know, that's a great way of going about it as well. So I went ahead and I made some scribbles, and I'm going to wet this down, and then I'm going to make some more marks, and then I'll show you what my next step will be after that. I often like to use a credit card or an old gift card for scraping paint onto my paper because it gives it kind of a really cool tight texture when all is said and done. Alright, so while this is still drying a little bit, I'm going to come in and show you what I like to do next. That's going to go on the art journal page as well. But what I did is I drew these up and then I scanned them onto my computer. I drew them on some Canson brand watercolor paper, and then I went ahead and after I had drawn them on the watercolor paper, I scanned them onto my computer and then I reprinted them out onto computer paper. They're a little bit thinner and it's easier to glue on that way. So that's what I did. So now I'm going to go ahead and I cut out some circles that I'm going to put in the middle of my flower first, all right? And then I'll go from there. I'll show you what we're going to do next. That's okay because it's going to go flat anyways once it dries and I glue it onto my art journal page. It should work out okay. And you can always spritz the back of it, you know, to get it to uncurl with a little bit of water. Or you could put it under something heavy to flatten it out. That's another way. All right. This is a gold metallic, but the camera doesn't pick it up, but so I do like creating flowers like this and then putting them in my art journal pages. They're a lot of fun to make, a bunch of them. And then that way when you need them, you can grab some, you know, depending on how your mood strikes. You can decorate them any way you want, the flowers and the middle of the flowers as well. Okay, so you have one flower, and then I'm going to go on to my next one here. So this is a Shiva oil stick, and normally you need to take it dries hard like a little skin over the top of the Shiva oil stick. So what I do is you have to remove it, and usually I use a razor blade or something, but I didn't have one on hand, so I used my fingernails. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of this on. It's really cool. Adds a cool effect. And these are non-toxic, and it is actually oil paint that dries to a nice, I don't know how to call it, but it does dry over time. It takes a little while. Sometimes it can take 24 to 48 hours for it to dry, but it adds a really cool effect on things. And you can melt it if you wanted to, like I'm doing now. I'm kind of melting it into the paper a little. And it is smelly, but the smell does go away over time since it is oil paint. So this is this one, and I'll be back in a minute to gather some more supplies. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add some marks on here, as well as I'm going to add some washi tape here that has some yellow in it. All right, so it's pretty much dry, and now I've cut out some things out of scrapbooking paper that have bits of yellow in them, and I did use the yellow ochre to go around with a makeup sponge around the pieces I'm going to glue down. And I'm going to go ahead and glue these on. All right, so I went ahead and cut out some words. It says mellow yellow, and then I went around them with my food ball pen, as well as around the number 12 that I had glued down. And I forgot to put this piece that I wanted down here. I just kind of like the number and everything. I just kind of like that. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and then I'm going to call it a day. So if you liked what you saw, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And don't forget to go check out the lovely artists that are involved in My Creative Year. Head on over to the Facebook group. I have a link posted down in the description box below. And thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see your lovely pieces of yellow art for this week. Don't forget to post it in the Facebook group. We're a very supportive group, so I hope that you'll head on over and check us out. Thanks again for watching, and I shall see you next week. Toodles, bye, have a wonderful day.